Hey, Scroopies. Welcome back to yet another edition, the latest installment of 321 Screws.
Dirty dozen.
I love it when he says that shit, dude. It cracks me up.
Every time.
It makes you giggity.
Makes
It
his
does.
tummy jiggle.
Yes. Gets me all butterfly feeling in my tum-tum.
Do you guys need me to leave?
No.
Are you good?
So, here we are,
Okay.
as they said, with the most up-to-date episode of the
Dirty dozen. So, boys,
Yes, sir.
we are ready. So, where is the list?
No,
Is it
never
up your
fear.
ass?
Never fear.
Is it up your ass?
Never fear. I got it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I keep
At
it-
one time, scared me.
I keep
you
an
were
eye on it
looking
now.
for it. He stole it from you.
So here we go.
We need a new
The
co-host.
official list of the
Dozen.
dirtiest.
Dirty dozen.
Well, at least the ones that we deem dirty.
Oh, we
Enough
didn't-
to talk about.
No dirtiness this time. We don't got the alcohol.
So, sir, I present to you the list.
Better paper this time.
Not really.
So, everyone doing good? New Year's? Everyone enjoying their New Year's?
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah,
it's good, I
just
worked.
didn't do shit.
It's been a year since we did this.
I wish I worked. I would have made money.
It has been
whole
a year.
We haven't done this show since last year.
Since last year,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, Happy New Year, people.
Yeah.
2020 is over.
2021
But we're still
in
in
the
the
hizzy.
shit.
So to celebrate the new year, hit subscribe, give us
There
a
you
thumbs
go.
up,
How about
hit that notification bell.
Let that be one of your New Year's resolutions.
Hit
Is to
subscribe.
subscribe to 321Screw. Do it now, and boom, you've already completed one of your New Year's resolutions. Congratulations. Hey, good job. Come on, guys. Hey, nice job. Already, you've completed one of you met one of your resolutions.
Alrighty, Kyle,
Unless
how's about you?
didn't hit subscribe yet.
So we're gonna dive right
We'll
in
talk about this more later.
to the first topic of the
The thumbs up.
Dirty Dozen. We want to take
In the
a
bell.
little bit of time to talk about Vince McMahon's health.
Yeah, so I have been seeing online some rumors of
Thanks.
Vince McMahon having some health issues. There's been a couple people that Mick Foley, Ryback, to name a couple, have tweeted out messages, or not Mick Foley, excuse me, Jim Ross, JR.
JR.
Talking about,
Shoot
I
interview.
hope, Vince, his, you feel better, yada, yada. So, and because of this, there's also the rumor going around that Vince may be
Taking a
Stepping
down.
back. a
stepping
little
back a little bit. I mean, obviously he's not giving up, he's not
Full
giving up
control.
full
I don't
control.
ever see him giving up that
He's
much.
No,
gonna
no.
be. He's gonna be in his
But,
deathbed making a
but
match.
he is going to give up a big portion of just the day-to-day grind, the stuff. Because, I mean, he's
But whom does it go to?
he's up in there, he's what, 75, 76,
He's up there.
He's in his mid-70s.
But who does it go to?
Rumor has it, Triple H
I'm thinking
will
Triple
be
H.
the one to be not only running NXT, but also Raw and SmackDown.
Stephanie's gonna be a big part of it too, though.
Of course.
Yeah. Listen, man, I've seen what he's done with NXT, and I think if Triple H had the reign, had the run of Raw and SmackDown also, I think that he could really, I think he can help it.
I wouldn't have
He-
any doubt in
he's
that
got-
whatsoever.
Well, it's just he's a little more in tune to, what the business is evolved to now.
And the thing
He's
is,
aware of that.
The thing is, dude,
He's not stuck in a certain era or mindset like Vince McMahon is.
Well, he has done all different aspects of that business now. He's even done production. He's done, the AV, from storyline writing to talent scout. I mean, the list goes on.
I mean, we've seen NXT's, look at NXT, the talent they have, and wrestling ability
Yeah.
that is produced.
Yeah, I mean, you
Pretty
think
cool.
about it. They lose big, stars. They lose guys, yet they're still able to weekly, I think, put on, a good product.
Yeah.
I mean,
Without a
when
doubt.
you lose guys like Keith Lee and you lose Riddle and, these guys
You
all,
move them on to the other shows.
go on to the other shows, exactly.
And you still have a good roster.
Right.
So,
They're doing it right.
Speaking of NXT, why don't we head over to the land of NXT on Wednesday nights? Let's take a stab at Mercedes Martinez.
Oh, yes.
And her first match back.
So
on
this is
NXT.
topic number
Dulcie.
2.
Yeah. Yeah, she is. She has reappeared and she's making a statement in the women's division there in NXT. She's letting it be known that
She gonna
she's
get that
back.
belt?
she's here for one thing. That's what pretty much.
She gonna take
I
that
mean,
belt?
when she first showed back up, first thing she did was attack Io Shirai.
Mhm.
Right.
The champion.
And then she had an actual match and she destroyed that poor chick.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She's
Wow.
definitely making a statement, and she's putting the whole women's division in NXT
On
on
notice.
notice. Exactly.
Big time.
And you know what? I think she's good enough to do it. I could
Oh, yeah.
see her as women winning the NXT women's title. I could easily see that belt on her.
Without
But-
a doubt.
Staying on topic with Mercedes Martinez, she's coming back. She looks good for the women's title. But what about topic number 3? Zion Lee
and Boa.
coming
Yeah.
back next week on New Year's
Yep.
Evil.
Yeah, that's been they've been
That's
doing the
right.
whole build up to them, with all the damn water tortures and the cane beatings and the torture and abuse and
The
whatever.
badassery.
I don't know what the hell they were doing to them.
it's
Didn't
called-
look pleasant.
It's called, when she shows up, she looks like a badass.
Yeah, yeah.
The badass.
So again, same thing. Yeah, she's gonna be coming back, and you gotta wonder, what that's gonna be like. What's she gonna be like when she comes back?
What it's gonna be is, by showing the vignettes, they're investing into her. So,
That's the point we were making
Yeah.
earlier, though, about the whole women's division.
yeah. So
She
for a
just
while,
slides
she's,
right in
right.
The women's division.
to a stacked division.
The division was already stacked. Now you have a returning Mercedes Martinez. You have a returning Zia Lee. Tony Storm's there now. You have Ember Moon there.
Yep, she's back.
Mhm.
I mean, Io Shirai is the champ herself. You got Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai's making
Dakota Kai's
a
still
lot of waves. You got
Rhea Ripley and Raquel Gonzalez are gonna have a hell of a match.
They're gonna
this
go at
Wednesday
it.
on New Year's Evil.
They're gonna
Oh,
go
yeah.
at it. It's gonna be brutal.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be interesting, and I'm really curious to see Zia Lee, what kind of new look she's gonna have. What just this whole and apparently it's not just gonna be her. It's that dude Boa. He's gonna be coming back too. So I'm assuming he's gonna be competing as well.
Yeah,
Right.
So he might be getting in there with
So it could be
the
interesting.
boys. All right.
Which brings us to what, Kyle?
Looking forward to NXT's New
Sticky.
Year's Evil.
Sticking to New Year's Evil and NXT, we're going to go with what happened this past week with Grand Metalik and how do you say their tag team name? I'll get it here in a second.
Oh, the Grand Metal League's tag team? They're
No, no.
Lucha House Party.
The
Legado del Fantasma.
Fantasma. We're the Cruiserweight Champion.
Right on. Legado del Fantasma. Yeah, Lucha House Party just made an appearance on NXT. Come out challenging, those two, the two cronies that hang out with
For New Year's
for
Evil.
Escobar.
Yeah.
For New Year's Evil.
This past week, they took them on in a match.
Oh, they took
And
them on.
Yeah, they wrestled in a tag match. And Grand Metalik pinned one of the other guys, but after that, it was what happened. After that, he had the little face-off with Escobar, and he was doing the whole,
Championship.
belt gesture thing. So,
Maybe they'll have a match.
apparently he has an interest in that cruiserweight title that
Maybe
Escobar's been holding
it'll
for a
be
while
at New
now.
Year's Evil next week.
Maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised to see it happen at New Year's Evil. I'll
Right
just say
on.
that. So,
Yeah, that match was actually a pretty
because
good
I
match.
mean, Escobar's had that title for a minute now.
He has.
He has had that for a while since what's his name? That he took it off of.
Well,
Wasn't Drake Maverick?
It was a tournament. There was no one was holding it.
That's
It was a
right. The
tournament.
belt was vacant.
It was vacated, yeah, because
The finals went down to Drake Maverick and
because I think the person that was holding it, it was with the COVID stuff, was
Leo. Was it
was-
Leo Rush?
I
I
don't know.
think so.
Maybe he no, because he got whoever it was someone that got stuck over in the UK because of restrictions and all. So the title
We'll have
was
to get back
vacated,
on that
and
one.
they had the whole tournament. Because remember, Drake Maverick was in the
The tournament to get his job back. Too.
right. And
Is that
he
why
didn't-
there's two cruiserweight champions?
Well, there was.
Or there was?
Yeah.
Because there's a cruiserweight champion over at NXT UK.
Maybe
That's
that was
Jordan.
it. And maybe that was it. Yeah.
Maybe that's what happened. The cruiserweight champion gets
Yeah.
stuck
I don't
over
know.
at
All I know
UK.
is there was a tournament because that's where Escobar turned heel at. Because he beat Drake Maverick. That's when those guys were kidnapping people in parking lots and shit. The
Okay.
two guys who were the cronies for
Yeah.
Escobar, they got kidnapped in the parking lot. The guys pulling up in the van,
Right.
Mhm.
and they kept trying to kidnap Escobar because he was going by his whatever his lucha name was. He wore the mask and all. And then in the finals, it was him and Drake Maverick, and he beat Drake Maverick. And then those guys come out like they were gonna attack, and Drake Maverick was gonna fight by his side, and that's when he turned and
On
attacked
Drake, and he attacked
and then he
him.
takes
right.
the mask off.
And it
they-
shows.
And
Yeah.
those guys took their masks off and revealed who they were, and it was like this whole big thing because he unmasked himself.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's been a while.
Right on. What are you shaking your head for?
You're over there mumbling, trying to tell Kyle to go to the next one, go to the next one.
You know
Go
you're
to the
thinking the
next
same
one.
thing,
No, I'm
bro.
listening to what you're saying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For someone who is part of a wrestling show, talk show, he hates it when we talk wrestling stuff.
No, I don't. I hate rambling on.
No, we
It's
were
not
doing
really
good.
on when I was
We were talking about the
something.
topic.
We were discussing the topic
God's
at
sake.
hand. There was not any
All right.
rambling.
He might
Because-
be right.
Because Joey wants to move on, let's go to topic number 4.
Why do you guys gotta say it
Let's-
like
Why
that?
do you have to say
Let's head over to SmackDown. SmackDown, boys. Here we go. Take it easy. Here we go. We'll go separate.
Well, if
Bring
you'd
it down.
reel it in like you're supposed to.
Bring it down a notch. Reel it in. All the stuff that he wants me to say.
It's too late, Kyle. It's too late.
We're going over to SmackDown. Let's talk
All right.
a little bit about what Rude and Ziggler did to the Street Profits and interrupting the little smoke. The smoke. What did you call it? I had it written down.
what, smoke lounge or something? I don't know.
Yeah, the Smoke Lounge. Smoke Tactical Band. They were celebrating the new year. Here comes Rude.
Yeah. Yeah, they were wisecracking on people and making jokes and yeah, and they were wearing new shirts. Ziggler and Rude were
Yeah, they're
dirty dogs. There was like dogs that had the likeness of them. Like one dog had a beard, the other one had the long hair like Ziggler,
Mm-hmm.
and they were the dirty dogs.
I think they're trying to really
So,
improve the tag division.
Well, if they've given them a name now, they have shirts. Apparently,
They're gonna run with
they're
it.
going to kind of run. I imagine they're going to run with him as a tag team then for a bit.
For a little bit, yeah.
They'll give.
Because before, everyone used to talk about, oh, they're just two singles performers who got thrown together. But now they have a team name. They have shirts. So
They're- yeah,
apparently-
They'll
they're
give
retired.
Robert Roode a championship again. Well, still tagging. But
He was a U.S. champ, wasn't he, at one point?
So
Something like
yeah.
Hmm.
So, you know what?
Might be really good for the tag division.
I could honestly see them taking the titles from the Street Profits again, who've been carrying gold for a while. Because think about it. They were the Raw Tag Team Champions for a while, and then they switched shows, and all they did was trade belts with the New Day,
Right.
and they became the SmackDown champions.
Right.
So I mean, they're
Is
running.
it one reign or is it two reigns? Two different
I
reigns.
don't know.
It's the same run.
Yeah,
They didn't lose. They just switched championships.
yeah. Well, who knows how they have that shit actually,
I don't know, man.
marked down in their.
I'll make a
their
phone
books.
call after this. We'll
So,
find
but
out.
yeah,
All Vince
but,
McMahon,
honestly,
he
I
has
could-
a rule book.
I could see, I could see Rude Ziggler, taking the belts from
I
him.
could see that too. And for them to be the type of stars that they are, yeah, I think it would take a tag team like that to take it
But-
off of
Shoe problem.
yes. Go ahead.
But also at the same time, I think when Jimmy Uso comes back, it won't be long before Jimmy and Jay
Go after
are
the
going
belts.
after the tag titles.
I agree.
So that being said, if Rude and Ziggler, I would imagine because they're heels. I mean, they would probably have lost the belts before the Usos, and they'll set up some sort of.
Either way, I do
So-
think Ziggler and him are going to get the belts. The championships. You're not allowed to say belts in
Yeah,
WWE.
I think it could actually come at Royal Rumble.
championships. You're not allowed to say belts in WWE.
I think
Well,
it
this
could
is
come
not
at Royal
WWE.
Rumble.
This is his kitchen.
That's right. So the tag belts
Yeah,
for SmackDown.
Let's
yeah.
let's
They
move
hold
on
their-
to
they hold the wrestler tights up, so they're belts.
let's move on to topic number 5. Apollo Crews and Big E teamed up against Sami Zayn and Corbin, but after the match was over, Big E put an open challenge for the Intercontinental Championship, and his partner Apollo Crews accepts the challenge.
For next week.
Well, I mean, sorta. I mean, they didn't actually never say anything official on SmackDown, but they certainly did
Insinuated.
into it. I don't recall them actually saying anything official, or did they?
Well-
Actually, you know what? I think they did.
An open challenge is an open challenge, so anybody.
I know,
Anybody could
but
come
they
out.
kind of played it off because when they were in the back, him saying, "Oh, how about this?" and then they kind of was laughing,
Right.
so it was like, okay, did they or didn't they? But then I do think later in the show, I think they did actually announce that it would be Apollo Crews and
It'll
Big
be a
E.
fantastic match.
Regardless, if they didn't, it should be. It should be.
It's gonna
For
be a
the
good
next
match,
SmackDown.
but I am going with Big E because I don't want him to lose yet.
Yeah. Well,
No, I don't either. I think he needs to hold on
I don't
to
think
it for a
they
little
take the
while.
title off of Big E
He needs,
that quick.
he needs to hold on to that for at least
At
Three-
least till Rumble.
3-4 months.
I mean, at least till Mania, I think.
Okay.
So
At least until Mania.
that's what we're looking forward to for this coming SmackDown. Apollo Crews and Big E for the Intercontinental Championship.
Hope so. Hopefully.
And we're on.
It should be a good match, though. Regardless, it'll be a good match.
It will be
Oh,
it'll be a very good match.
Yeah.
Those
And-
two are pretty
and
talented,
if-
man.
Even if Big E does win, it could be a good way to boost Apollo Crews again, make him look strong,
Mhm.
and bring him back to the mid-card status and
I
keep him
concur.
relevant.
I also concur.
I'm so glad you do.
Well, what about him?
I said I concur.
You concur, you concur, I concur. Moving on.
We're all in agreement.
Yeah.
Halfway through already. Look at this,
We're
boys.
full
could
of
be
it- we're full
serious
of
for a moment.
concurrence.
Halfway through.
Absolutely.
So we got the start of the show. Kevin Owens comes out, and we all think that he's going to challenge
Oh
the
yeah,
big
dude.
dog again.
He can't. Well, Roman's out there talking his shit,
Yep.
and then Owens come out, yeah, and then like you said, everyone thought.
Everybody expected him to
But
go out there and
Owens
first
gets
title
out there,
again.
starts talking. He starts rattling off all the shit he wants, and none of it was Roman Reigns. He wanted a fight. He wanted Jey Uso. He wanted all 3 of his damn draft picks back, and goddamn David Putney too. That's what he wanted.
and
Leroy.
he got that
And
match
he got that match, and he destroyed Jey Uso in that match.
until
But then, after the match was over, a little bit of brawling.
Yeah. in the crowd.
Well, I don't know.
Thank
Did the
God
match-
no one.
The crowd.
Thank God
Did it
no one
pretty
in the
much
crowd
go to a
got
no
hurt.
contest because he
Kevin
went?
Owens won.
Kevin
Oh,
Owens
he
beat
did
him.
win. I thought it went to
But
a
yeah,
no
he
contest.
won, and then he kept beating him afterwards.
Oh,
Taunting Roman, telling him, says, where
where you
where
at?
are you? Where are you?
Come get your
Come
cousin.
save your family. Come save your family.
family.
Yeah.
He said that.
Yeah. It's on Fox. Fox
Oh,
wants
yeah.
that edgy shit.
And then,
they paid a
you
lot
know-
of money for this shit.
And
That's
then,
right. Billions.
and then KO had, had thrown Uso. He handcuffed Uso, took him out, took him up into the crowd. And he was up there, and that's when Roman just out of nowhere blindsided
And
Owens, and then it became a
both
2-on-1.
Uso and Reigns have chairs beating the hell out of him, and then Reigns throws KO off of the crowd.
Right, yeah, down through a table. Now, the thing is from what I have heard online, is that Owens suffered some injuries, though, after that match. They said that he had bruised kidneys and a spinal contusion.
Oh my.
So I don't know if that's
Gonna put him on the sideline.
storyline or if he did legit
Kayfabe?
get hurt. But either way, even if it is storyline or legit, either way, apparently KO is going to be out of the picture. So I see it being someone else at Royal Rumble. Now, I thought it was going to be KO at
But who
Royal
then?
Rumble. I think it'll be someone else. I think Owens shows up at Royal Rumble, in the Royal Rumble,
To go
maybe.
to
To go to
next pay-per-view.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, I could see that happening. But yeah, so apparently, but I don't think he'll have a match against Roman at Royal Rumble, because I think it's going to be someone else will step into that picture for Royal Rumble.
My question is with what happened. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna continue.
Mm-hmm.
You knew where I was going. Let's continue, Kyle.
Moving on to Monday Night Raw.
Mm-hmm.
We all noticed a little, they didn't really make it into a storyline, nothing.
You're a dick.
They gave The Miz back his briefcase. They did.
They did.
The executives all
Adam
decided
Pearce. That, yeah,
to
he was
give
right.
back the briefcase.
Well,
Probably because they were tired of him bitching.
Well, like they said, they told him, they said, you were right. Technically, you didn't cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase.
John Morrison did.
And
But he sure as hell was running out to the ring fighting, wasn't he?
Right, but I mean, Miz was just basically at that point. Miz was just interfering in the match.
Bull cocky.
Technically, he wasn't part of it.
I call bull cocky.
Well, whatever.
Fact is,
it furthers the story. And
he's got his briefcase.
Miz has
It
his
keeps
briefcase.
Miz
The one
relevant.
he didn't even win, Otis won that briefcase.
Now,
Well,
I
he
wanna-
did face Otis in
Well,
the
Otis
match
should
to
have
win
put that
it.
shit on the
I
line.
want to let Miz know something. Now, make sure you hold on to that briefcase to yourself, because if you don't cash it in next time, and you win the championship, it's going to get taken away from you.
Yeah.
Dun, dun,
And
dun.
I also want you to know, Miz, that Maurice is super hot.
You're a lucky man.
Damn.
I lived through the Miz.
Yeah.
Okay.
From the bottom to the top, go Miz.
Alrighty then. We are learning about Kyle. Alright.
Absolutely.
So.
Staying on Raw,
Mm-hmm.
let's talk about topic number 8. And a little, someone that we keep thinking is going to return. Angel Garza is in the back constantly talking about his girlfriend who's going to be returning.
Yeah.
We all think it's going to be
Selena Vega.
No, I think it's Eva Marie.
What?
I can't with this guy.
Eva
know.
Marie.
I know, I'm terrible.
Yeah, Eva Marie is the rumor. That's who Garza's secret girlfriend.
Kyle Steen. Woo! Woo! Woo!
Whoa.
Woo!
He-
Woo!
Yo.
Woo!
I do have neighbors.
The nature boy.
And it is sort of late.
I don't care. I'm sorry. I will go.
Jeez.
Woo! Okay, that's it.
So, what are our thoughts? What are our thoughts about? Do we think Eva Marie's coming back? But if it's not Eva Marie, who else could it be?
I don't know. I mean, it is going to be Legends Night, so who knows? You know, for all we know, it's going to be Tori Wilson or something.
Could be.
You know, one of the
Alundra Blaze.
Trish Stratus.
Lita. It's endless, gentlemen.
You never know.
Melina. Yeah, there's been rumors
Hey,
of Melina
that's
coming
true.
back for a while.
Melina could come back.
So,
She recently was with NWA, wasn't she?
so
Good to know.
yeah. So we'll have to see who Angel Garza's
We
lady
shall
friend is going to
see
be.
next Monday.
So, what do we got next there, Kyle?
Number 9.
Number 9. All right.
Oh, Keith Lee wins the number 1 contender match against Sheamus.
Yeah.
Number 1 contender match for the WWE Championship.
Yeah, he'll be taking on Drew McIntyre next week on the Legends
Raw.
Reunion Raw episode.
So, who do we think? Keith Lee's the number 1 contender?
I don't think Keith Lee's going to win.
Nope.
No.
No, Drew's going to
Too
keep
soon.
the title.
Too soon.
Too soon, I think.
Drew McIntyre's been a
Drew
strong champion.
McIntyre won't lose that title again until the earliest I think would be Mania.
Mania.
Yeah.
I agree.
Everything's happening at Mania.
We concur.
Yeah.
Again, we concur.
Lots of concurrence. Whole lot of concurring going on.
Okay, that's fast.
Bro. Hardy Bros.
So, yeah. The Rain Bros.
I'm digging that tag team.
Okay, so here we go. We're on topic number 10. We're on 10 already. We're getting
I'm
through this
excited.
pretty quick. There's a reason why we're getting through this pretty quick, because our number 12 is actually number 11 and number 12. Because we only got
No, there's 12.
There's 12.
These two were.
I don't know. I'm just
12.
saying.
no,
And then,
that is right.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, there's.
Okay. Go ahead, Kyle.
See, he's got me. He's got me one.
Don't give him the list, Kyle.
You gotta do it right, though.
Oh, you
Yeah.
son of a gun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Coil.
Okay.
Those share a number.
Okay. So, what's the next one?
Well, let's
That
talk
was
about...
number 10. This will be topic 11.
Okay. Topic number 11.
Yeah.
Sorry, we had to fix it.
Randy Orton still messing around with the Fiend and Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, well, it's Alexa Bliss right now since he burnt up the Fiend. We ain't seen him, but yeah.
Alexa
Yeah.
tried calling him out
Well, it started out, yeah, with her,
in the ring.
with her moment of bliss is basically turned into
Bliss's playground.
playground, Alexa's playground.
I
whatever.
dig it. I like it. I like the way her character has turned.
Oh yeah,
It is dark.
yeah. That's how it started with the playground, and then the Firefly Funhouse pops up on the screen, and Randy Orton, busts in the door there, come busted in like
And
Kramer,
committed murder.
like Kramer on Seinfeld.
He
Yeah,
committed
starts
murder.
trashing the place.
He killed Rambling Rabbit.
Ripped his head right off.
Out of nowhere.
And then he kicked. Which one did he kick? Was it the pig?
I think he might have kicked Huskus.
He kicked Huskus. Like he was a bad habit, bro.
So Bliss challenges him to a match, but we discover once
When Randy goes out
he
there,
goes out there, and she
What?
goes and gets
a present,
which is a
gasoline.
gas cannon, and then she goes and gets some matches.
Boy, all those TVs in the crowd must have smelled.
Yeah,
that-
then first
that gas.
she pours some down and stands in it,
Yeah,
and then she pours a little trail going over to him.
he didn't even get it.
Making it easy
I
for
heard
him.
ya. You know, and then she dumps it over her head. So that was the match that she was challenging him to because he lit the match and set Fiend on fire.
But then everything went dark.
Yeah, I like how they did
So
that.
we don't know if he actually did it or
Yeah,
not.
you see him strike the match, and then the show ends. So it's like, what the hell did he do? So, but yeah, it's really it's weird because I mean now the Fiend is last couple weeks with the Fiend being gone, and it's like Alexa Bliss is the one out there cutting the promos and
keeping the Fiend.
calling out Randy Orton.
She's
and shit,
keeping the Fiend relevant too while he's
yeah,
gone.
dude, like when she got right up in his face, the week before, standing, looking up at him, talking about how he's going to be something, like you've never seen before and all that shit.
Dude, I'm stoked. Royal Rumble. That's what I think.
Here's the thing, Royal Rumble, does he just show up and attack Randy Orton?
Or does he show
Randy
up in the
Orton,
Rumble?
Or is he going to be
Maybe
in
Orton
the Rumble?
will be in the Rumble and Fiend is the one who eliminates him.
But here's another thing to point out. We all think that he's going to change to a different character. I think he will now, because now the Firefly Funhouse is no more, because Randy Orton just destroyed it.
Possibly.
Not so. Maybe not.
I think the Firefly Funhouse
Seth Rollins
still
set that
comes
damn thing on fire,
And it came back.
and it came back.
Yeah, Bray's got some good contractors, man. He calls in the wood
back.
guys,
Those
the
damn
sheet
puppets do
rock
all the work.
puppets. I'm telling you, bro. Bray's got a guy. He's
Cheap
got a
labor.
guy.
Cheap labor.
But
Man.
they could go that route though, if they decided.
I mean,
Firefly Funhouse.
dude, I just like the continuity in this rivalry. I've said it before, I'll say it again. It is dragged out to where people want it dragged out.
Yeah.
It's not like one of those like, all right already, get it over with.
Yeah.
They step the bar up every week. So,
Right.
If this rivalry goes all the way to WrestleMania, I'm happy with that. You got two major pay-per-views before Mania. Rumble is one of them, and then you have the Elimination Chamber. A lot can happen. That's why WrestleMania season is the most exciting time of the year for WWE, because you're building up this big card, this big show. And I could see Orton and Fiend / Wyatt ending their feud at WrestleMania.
I heard, speaking of, you said the Rumble, the Rumble next, then the Elimination Chamber. I did hear a rumor of them pointing to, I don't know how much validity's to it, but it had to do with changing the name of the pay-per-view between Rumble and Mania, calling it Armageddon again.
Going back to Armageddon
Yeah.
In between Rumble and Mania.
instead of Elimination Chamber.
Right.
But would they have an Elimination Chamber match at Armageddon? You could do that.
Could be.
I mean, they also have Fastlane, so they can change that pay-per-view name.
Can the Superdome
Do a chamber match?
I don't know, because don't forget they're
That
in the
would be
Amway.
awesome. If they ever came back with fans, we can go to that.
Yeah,
I've never
dude.
seen a freaking Elimination
Chamber
so
match. That'd be cool. But anyways, we're getting ahead of ourselves, boys.
Yeah. So
All right.
It'll be interesting to.
And now,
It's keep it keeps my attention, even though the Fiend's been gone. It's still they're still keeping that feud going.
and nobody can
keeping
play
that
it out
stuff going.
like Randy Orton, brother.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Now our
Main
event
event
here of the Dirty Dozen.
It's
Our
time!
song topic is going to be a little long. And we purposely made it long because it's once again the tribute show from AEW
Which
for
did.
Mr. Brody Lee.
Yeah.
And
Which,
I
I'll
just.
tell you what,
Go ahead.
anybody who watched that show, that was a very difficult show to watch. It was a difficult show to put on. A lot of teary eyes that night.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. You're saying it was difficult to watch for the emotional
But
aspect.
emotional.
Right.
Not that it was difficult to
It
watch,
was very,
that it was
very,
bad.
very emotional.
Very emotional.
Very well done.
Yeah. And
My AEW.
we couldn't pick
And I'm gonna be
any
honest.
one moment from the, or even in any 3 moments, 4 moments from that show, and omit other ones. Just the show in its entirety.
I'm just gonna be honest though. I cannot recall WWE ever doing that for a
No.
superstar.
I don't think they
And
ever-
that's not taking anything away from WWE, but I liked how AEW did it. It had
I think
class.
they sort of did like a tribute show on Raw and SmackDown for Eddie Guerrero, but it wasn't directly for Eddie. You know, they had their matches and
Storylines and whatnot.
This
Took a
production
pause.
was exactly for Brody Lee. Everything was for Brody Lee.
Yeah,
And they
So-
did the traditional 10-bell salute in the beginning.
with everyone coming out.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go one match at a time. The whole 12th topic is the John Huber tribute show. So here we go. Young Bucks and Colt Cabana versus Matt Hardy and Private Party. I want to say one thing. Colt Cabana had a tough time with that match. He came out all teary-eyed, but he put out a hell of a performance despite of it.
Yeah. And you want to know something too, man? Just on a side note of Colt Cabana, I feel like he's underrated.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
very underrated. He is talented. And that match, you saw how they were throwing each other around and stuff. It was like timed so well that I wish 10 years ago WWE would have picked him up,
Yeah.
would have done something. But I'm glad he's where he's at now.
Yeah, he's a charismatic character, you know.
Oh yeah, dude. He's very entertaining,
Yeah.
to say the least. I mean, so but continue, Kyle. Go ahead.
We also had a tribute from John Moxley. Very heartfelt.
Yeah. Yeah, there
Don't
was
forget,
several
a lot of
several
history
vignettes, Several vignettes
Lot
throughout
of-
that.
But a lot of history there. The
Yeah, I
Wyatt
think he-
family versus
Well,
the
I
Shield.
think he said that somebody had told him that him and Huber Brody Lee all through different aspects of times of their career, different places, but they have faced each other like 27 times. I think he
Just something
said.
like that.
You want to hear something too? Well, I'll say it at the end. Go ahead. Continue.
So we have the next matchup. Just to let you know, in case you didn't watch it, every match had a member of the Dark Order in it, and the Dark Order swept the night.
Yeah.
Lance Archer and Evil Uno and Stu Grayson facing the Kingston family. And one, Jake the Snake Roberts got involved and weren't in that match as well, giving
Eddie Kingston,
a short clothesline
this old short
Dude.
clothesline.
Eddie Kingston.
Lance Archer coming out, is kind of like in tribute to Brody Lee with his Luke Harper.
Yeah.
That his outfit, was the white tank top and the, the jeans and all, come out looking Luke Harper-ish.
Yeah.
But yeah, notice different times during the match too, people using, different like the discus lariat. He
They were
did.
using his moves.
Yeah,
And
I noticed
Yeah.
that also on SmackDown too. Like
Absolutely.
they were doing
Otis did the did the
discus.
discus lariat, and on Raw, Xavier Woods used it too. Xavier Woods did the whole thing like he would do, when he would kiss his fingers and do his hands out. He did that, and then he hit the discus lariat during his match.
And the whole point to that is from what I understand, he was very well respected in the
Oh,
back.
dude,
He
yeah.
was close with a lot of people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So,
He helped a lot of people. He would just.
And what I thought was a class act on WWE's part, I don't know if they had anything to do with it or not, they were able to post pictures from even WWE on AEW of
Right.
his career.
There was a lot of cross-referencing from WWE because Chris Jericho was a guest commentator that night, and he was saying Luke Harper. He was saying stuff. They showed a picture of Eric Rowan and Luke Harper with the
Tag
tag team
belts.
titles.
Yeah, there was pictures.
Championships.
There was pictures of Luke Harper and Xavier Woods and Big E
And Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, Bailey.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
I like they were able to get that across. Next,
And the cool thing about too the whole night is Brody Lee's wife and his 8-year-old son, Brody Jr. -1.
yeah, -1.
-1.
We'll get to them at
They
the.
were calling him.
That's the
Yeah,
end of the show.
he was ringside. You know, he was wearing an Evil Uno mask and
Which was
watching all the matches.
Which is actually the next match is actually pretty comical. Well, no, John Silver, Adam Page, Alex Reynolds facing the Inner Circle.
That was my favorite match of the night.
MJF, Santana,
And Ortiz.
and Ortiz. I say that was the match of the night because speaking of Eric Rowan, he came out and helped out Adam Page and John Silver's team. And
Yeah, he came out at the end, and when Wardlow got involved.
yeah,
That's
right.
when Eric
Wardlow
Rowan
got involved at the end of the match, and Eric Rowan come running out and took out Wardlow,
And it,
held up that sign.
little bitch ass MJF goes over to -1. Brody Jr. and starts messing with the kid. Takes his.
Oh yeah, well he
mask
was
off,
yelling at him throughout the match. At one point, he was up on the turnbuckle when he was flipping him off.
and that little kid took that.
Yeah, he went down there and he
kendo-
snatched the
he got the
Evil
ki-
Uno mask off of him.
He got the kendo stick and knocked
yeah,
him right on the head.
cracked MJF right over the head with the kendo stick.
MJ was out.
Now, you know, because you mentioned Eric Rowan, which there was a flub, which I heard about by Jericho, because he actually referred to him as Eric Rowan
Right.
when he come running out, which he wasn't supposed to. He's Redbeard.
Oh yeah, Redbeard.
Redbeard.
So which makes me wonder,
So, but
is that going to be his name? Is it going to
apparently
be
there is
AEW?
talks of him signing with AEW
They
and
should.
him becoming the new leader of Dark Order.
That would be
Awesome.
awesome.
That'd be cool.
And they can play off of that.
Yes, they
Yeah.
could.
I could see that happening.
You know, him coming in to, you know, to make sure that, you know, the
They live out
legacy
his
of Brody
prophecy.
Lee, you know, and his legacy and, you know, his, you know, yeah, exactly.
And possibly have them go face.
You know, continue his vision for, you know, what the Dark Order should be and all, and yeah.
I think that would be really cool. I do.
The next matchup after the match of the night was Anna Jay, Dark Order number 99, and Tay Conte facing Penelope Ford and Dr. Britt Baker.
Dr. Britt Baker, yep.
Adam Cole's old lady.
Yep. Yeah, and that was, again, you know, another, you know, they put on a good match. It was enjoyable. You know, Anna Jay definitely, you know, was emotional. I think it was Anna Jay that got the pinfall.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she made Penelope Ford tap.
Yeah.
Tap out. You know, and then Britt Baker gets out there, you know, starts bitching and talking about, oh, you know, it was rigged. And in fact, I think it was a big rig, which was, you know, nod to Brody Lee. I guess that was one of his nicknames or something. You know, he went by whatever they call him, big rig. But then right after she gives that little, you know, kind of nod to Brody, then one, what's her name?
Girl, half
Yeah.
in the face.
Yeah, she was the NWA
Rosa.
Women's in.
Rosa.
Yeah. Wow.
We're drawing
You didn't-
blank.
You didn't write it down, huh?
I didn't write it down because I didn't think we were going to talk about it.
Well, I mean, she's
so
the former NWA Women's Champion coming out, and her and Britt Baker have been having a feud going on.
Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa, yeah.
Got it.
Jesus.
I found it in the damn Rolodex in my
Yeah,
brain.
she came out attacking Britt Baker, man, and
That
you know,
Dewey Decimal System.
they had a hell of a time keeping them separated. You gotta keep them separated. So yeah, so apparently that feud is far from over.
Absolutely.
Oh, Thunder Rosa, she's legit too, man.
And then we go on to our main event. Now this whole team was put together by -1 Brody Jr. So he had the dream match
It was his three favorite wrestlers.
of Cody Rhodes, Orange Cassidy, and Dark Order's 10. facing Team Taz of Brian Cage,
Yep.
Brian Cage,
Hobbs, and
Yep.
Starks.
Ricky Starks,
Ricky Starks.
and
Yeah.
Will Hobbs.
Powerhouse Hobbs.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. Those, like I said, those were negative ones. Those were, next to his dad, of course. Those were his 3 favorite wrestlers.
Absolutely.
And thought it was cool that, that was the match that he wanted them
see.
to be on a team together, and they took on. And
I think that was a good match. Orange Cassidy once again put on a little comical routine with his pockets,
yeah,
hands in the pockets.
That's
There
it.
it is.
They're
There
in,
it
bro.
is.
They're in.
yeah, yeah. It was again just another,
Dark Order had a clean sweep, but before we get to the end of the night, after that match was over,
Mhm.
who shows up? Sting and Darby Allin, and the 5 of them get in the ring, and they're facing Team Taz of Taz, Hook,
yeah, because Taz came
Brian
out
Cage.
with his son Hook.
And wanted to even the odds.
and now you got 5-on-5. Maybe that's going to happen soon. I mean, AEW doesn't have Survivor Series, but they can still have that kind of a match.
Yeah,
They could, even if it's without elimination, first pinfall. You know?
So it does kind of seem like Darby Allin and Sting are kind of like in cahoots right now.
And I think Darby Allin is going to be the protege
To Sting.
to Sting.
yeah, I can see
Sting's
that.
going to be his mentor.
I can definitely see that.
And the skateboard is symbolic, like
To the
what?
bat.
Yes, Kyle, that's what I was about to say. Absolutely.
Go ahead and say it.
Like the bat.
All right.
You stole my thunder.
I'm sorry.
I do not like that.
I'm sorry.
You will get flare chopped, but I gotta be quiet. Because it's the neighbors.
That's
And it's late. It's pretty late.
But before the show went
We're
off,
tired.
before the show went up off the air, they did a really awesome thing. AEW, I think, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
they gave the TNT Championship to Brody Jr. and called Mr. Brody Lee the greatest TNT champion of all time, giving him a tribute.
I read a rumor, though, about that. I read a rumor that they're going to retire the TNT Championship.
Yes. They're retiring that belt,
That version.
not the TNT title.
Okay.
The
Championship.
The current TNT title, they're retiring
It's a
that
nice
belt. In fact, they gave it to Brody Lee's son. And that's not, they didn't give him like a belt. They gave him
The
the
belt.
That was the championship belt.
Yeah.
And they retired that one. So Darby Allin will still be the TNT champion, but Darby Allin will get a new belt. He'll have a new belt.
And that belt, honestly, that TNT design, that's probably one of my favorite
They
championships
awarded
out
it
right now.
to Brody Jr. and named him the all-time TNT champion.
We got it.
The TNT champ of all, forever.
We got to get the TNT championship off on this wall.
Yeah.
Well, they got to make it first.
I know. Make it, and then we'll buy it.
So
Well, there you
so
go.
that was pretty cool. I thought that was.
Like I said,
that
dude,
was-
totally worth being the main event of our Dirty Dozen.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, Kyle, what do
So-
you think, sir?
What do I think? I think it was an awesome show. I think it's going to be a great new year. I think they should hit that subscribe button, hit that bell,
Yeah.
and give us a like.
Yeah. If you wouldn't mind. If that's a fact here, let me just get up here and show you. It's right, Right there.
Right there. Right there. You
Right
got it.
there.
You got it.
That would be on that side, yes.
bing. It doesn't take much.
We also
You know,
want
that's
to
all
just
it is.
throw
And then
out.
give us the thumbs up.
Just also want to throw out in case you're not going to see it on the YouTube channel. We're trying a little tournament, a little something new. Headlocks and halos.
Yes. It's
Our
a,
first episode's coming to you.
say
Look out for
64,
that.
64 people involved in this tournament. All of them
Who are
wrestlers who have
deceased.
passed on. We decided to just kind of do a random draw matchups, and we're putting together a
card.
tournament to name a grand champion in heaven. So
Of
keep an
Halos.
eye out for that. Headlocks and Halos will be getting uploaded soon.
Absolutely. Any other
Fairly soon.
Any other thoughts?
Yeah.
Any other comments?
Within the next day or so, you should be seeing this.
This has been another episode.
Yeah, no, it's
of the.
it's
Any
20.
more thoughts?
yeah.
Dirty Dozen.
Just
I'm just advertising the show.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no,
yeah.
So that's it.
That's it.
I think we've covered what we want to cover.
I think
Now
so.
what we need to do is go watch some more stuff, and then we'll come back next week and we'll do this shit all over again.
Absolutely.
We'll do it
On the
We'll definitely, I'm sure we'll be talking about plenty of stuff happened on Legends Night on Monday Night Raw.
absolutely
This next episode of Raw.
on the
Dirty Dozen.
no on the
Dirty Dozen.
no
What? 3.
2
1.
Dirty
Screw.
Wow.
Good night, folks.
Adios,
Have a
amigos.
safe
Yeah.
drive home.
We're
Ciao. At BD's in. Whatever. At BD's in.